let's show the world Indonesia is capable of it, you know. And this is for me one of my biggest mission right now, to put Indonesia on the world map on motorcycle. Okay, so nama saya Nico Eigert. Saya mendirikan Smoke Garage di Bali. Kita ada beberapa cabang sudah di Australia sama di Indonesia. Yeah, that's about it. So kita mendirikan Smoke itu 2011 deh. It started just pertamanya cuma di Australia, main-main sama anak-anak. We are playing motocross, kita main motocross. Dari situ kita mulai main ke Harley, dari main ke Harley ke mobil. Abis itu the law was very tough ya di Australia. Baru kita decide, you know what, ke Bali yuk gitu. Lifestyle-nya much better. Terus kita emang bisa benar-benar yang kita mungkin make a bike yang peraturannya yang lebih kalem ya. So when we were in Bali, you know, we just started building bikes for ourselves untuk teman-teman. Terus teman-teman dengar beberapa minta dibikinin, and then after a couple of bikes kita realize, you know what, I think we need to establish ourselves here. So we had to find a name ya kan. So something short. Now there was a couple of names. At the end we chose Smoke was because it really represents who we are ya kan. Kita benar-benar dikenal untuk ngasepin ban lah, ngepot sini ngepot sana. Jadi benar-benar udah anak-anak udah bilang udah lo Smoke aja, you know, I think really suits you. So from there on we just said okay, ini Smoke Garage jadinya. So dari 2011 itu kita mulai bangun motor ya, sampai sekarang sini sih udah berapa motor ya, mungkin 70-an ya. So it was a success story lah bisa dibilang. Jadi kita di Smoke Garage ini we purely make custom motorcycle ya kan. We start from scratch bike, let's say a Triumph, a Triple, or a Triumph Bonneville, or Kawasaki ER6N, or a Sportster, or a Softail. Kita mulai dari benar-benar nol. Kita unassemble the thing. Pertama we design something that is reasonable to that specification ya kan. Abis itu kita disassemble everything, and then we start manufacturing all the parts, you know, from the triple T, sometimes to custom wheels, all the bushings, the fuel tank. We use only aluminium because itu ringan banget, nggak karatan. Bener-bener it shows a high standard of craftsmanship. Dari situ, yeah, we then, you know, take it to the production house. We fully make the bike, and then we actually paint it also in the house. We assemble it in the house also, and then we test ride the motorcycle. We make sure all the problems are already solved before we give it to the clients. From, you know, we actually spray a lot of water on the actual motorcycle to make sure that there is no electric problems or there's water leaks anywhere. Sama juga tes keseimbangan, pastikan ban depan ban belakang center. Man, we take it to the next level on testing everything. So by the time the client menerima motor itu benar-benar perfect lah, hampir lah. Paling cuma 1-2 permasalahan aja. Proses kita bangun motor dari pertama kita duduk sama klien sampai motor selesai itu sampai 7 bulan. Prosesnya agak lumayan panjang karena kan harus dipikirkan semua ya, brainstorming dari mesin, tenaga, buat style, mau dipakai kemana, what is this motorcycle built for, you know, what's purpose in life. So that's just one of the most key important thing when we build the bike, and the character of the client, you know. We always usually just, you know, see what he likes for a hobby in this, because we gotta make sure that this motorcycle is actually made for him, not just made for somebody that was somebody else gitu ya kan. You know, everybody has his own characteristic. I mean, prices it really ranges ya. Our cheapest we probably would say around 250 million, and our most expensive was probably more than 1M. So it really varies in price, and different clienteles have different asking and different detail that they wanna. Some people want the special leather that is, you only can get it in Arab. Some people want a special custom wheel yang cuman dijual di Swedia, atau rem yang benar-benar ceramic from made in Germany, speed up. So it really, the process is it's like like the sky and the earth. it's so far away. So most of our clients, klien-klien kita bervariasi banget ya. We have a lot of orang Australia, Sweden, France, what was it before? South Africa, we had one. Indonesia also. We export a lot of motorcycles also. We have a smoke shop in Australia, which we produce the motorcycle here and we ship it over there, and we have a lot of clientele in Australia also. Our clientele, age group wise, is it varies in big numbers. We do have a lot of 27-year-olds upwards. We have also like 40, sometimes up to 60-year-olds. We build something that they always dreamed they never had, because it's back in the 70s, yet we want to make sure that the motorcycle runs like 2016. So we actually use a brand new motorcycle from 2016, and we make it look retro, like how they imagined themselves riding when they were 70s, pretty much bringing their dream to life again. Indonesia, we have a big clientele too. Jakarta, Surabaya, Solo, Bali, and they vary. A lot of the Indonesians prefer the Harleys. I guess it's a very trademark here for Harleys. We do have a couple of big projects that we are going to start using electric motorcycles, electric engines. It's going to be a big project, and we do want to show the world that Indonesia is so capable to make motorcycle that is the highest standard, the highest quality, the highest craftsmanship that can be shown to the world and put Indonesia into the map of the world for motorcycle. And I mean, come on, Indonesia has a lot of motorcycle. We've got probably more than 200. We actually probably have more motorcycles in Indonesia than the people. So jadi motor yang paling menantang recently was the Bronco Racer. Itu sebuah motor konsep yang panjangnya 2,4 meter yang kita bikin dari nol menggunakan tenaga Triumph Triple 1050 2014. We had to build from scratch ya, benar-benar dari rangka, from the wheels, from everything. Yang bikin menantang itu karena dia full fairing, arti kata you will have a lot of heat in your insulated motorcycle. You have to figure out the aerodynamic, how to get the air inside the engine, and also the exhaust point where the hot air can leave the motorcycle. Of course, you have to also figure out, is this gonna be even drivable? I mean, it's 2.4 meters long, especially for our Indonesian roads. I know our roads are quite small compared to Western worlds, where Western worlds, are minimum of 8 meters a lane, where here we are sometimes even up to 5 meters a lane. And this is, very challenging, and when you're designing something, like for instance, dari rake-nya, itu harus benar-benar pikirin, it's just not too far. Ini gimana nih kalau muternya mau ada balik arah itu, berapa kali I have to go up and down. Is it gonna be like a truck? So that was one of the biggest challenge to build. Now we have another one which is gonna outbeat the other one. We have a clientele which we're very excited with. His request was he wants to build something that is no man has seen, so which means I want the most futuristic motorcycle, the most modern, the most appealing bike, which is a lot to ask for, ya kan? Which is gonna be the biggest challenge because we are using a lot of new generation technology like electric motorcycle, battery, air suspension, LED painting, hubless. I mean, every single word what I just said, it sounds very simple, but it's gonna be like, you know, a month of the research to figure out how this works, and also engineering something, you know, that is then future. It's exciting, and I love challenges, but I know sometimes we think here, even the Smoke Garage, you know, we're gonna choose something that we cannot, you know, capable to eat. So let's see, it's gonna be interesting, the future for us. I think because Indonesia is, you know, you get brought up with motorcycle. I think, you know, let's be honest, I think, you know, people start riding at 12 years old, you know, just around their kampung, you know, beli barang ini ke warung, ke sini. So mereka tuh benar-benar menganggap motor tuh udah jiwanya mereka. That's why I think, you know, when you're young, the root is already in there, you know. And then when they get older, you know, they're very proud of their motorcycle, so they, you know, they will work very hard to then save their money and add a bit more parts on their motorcycle to make it a little bit more lighter, to make it a little bit more faster, to make it a little bit more slicker, to make it a little bit more lower. You know, and they, you know, they hang out every Saturday night, and they're very proud of it. I see them. They sit in the middle of the city with their friends, having, you know, es cendol and having gado-gado, talk about their motorcycle. And I think, you know what, we should be actually very proud of it, because, you know, not a lot of places in the world where you really can sit down with a friend, you know, you don't even know sometimes, and you can feel like best friends with them. You got something in common. It's a motorcycle, and this is really interesting in Indonesia, you know, and it's very unique because a lot of countries in the world now are already going to, you know, future technology. They got mesin-mesin yang besar-besar yang, you know, you just press enter, you know, or they just buy parts. And sometimes Indonesia is very unique. They can get a hammer and pretty much build anything what they want with a hammer, where, you know, craftsmanship in the Western world is so expensive. I mean, you know, you could be paying $150 per 1 jam. Di sini kadang-kadang orang hitung mungkin nggak 5.000 ya, 5.000 rupiah per 1 jam itu udah mereka ngerasa mahal. Jadi wow, I mean, we should preserve this, you know, we should preserve this is what we have here, and let's push them that they don't fight each other with price value. They don't, you know, make it themselves lebih murah. Ayo kita tekan mereka, make it 50.000 per jam itu loh minimum mereka, so they can really earn money from this, and show the world, you know what, this is what we have, and we're gonna preserve this, you know, and we're not gonna follow your Western world on making motorcycles.